Good evening and welcome to United Real Therapy. I'm your host, Mr. Structure. Big up to every one of you that was here, early birds. Lots of love. We've just finished the 180, was it 87?
88.
88.
Sorry. 198. What are we talking about?
198. The 198 Straight Jacket podcast. It got a bit heated. So if you want to go and check that out, please let us know in the comments if you think that I am like I've lost a plot or I'm a whatever.
No.
You can say whatever you want. You'll have the free choice of your opinion, and I welcome it. But if you're not reactionary, if you're not emotional, then you're a fucking fraud of a football fan. I'm sorry. You're a fraud. You're not a football fan. You're not. I just saw a 70-year-old fucking nearly smashed his shopping bag on the floor when we started chatting about the players.
Oh, damn.
He nearly smashed his bags on the floor.
Just shows you, innit?
So if you're not, I'm sorry, I can't help you. But welcome to the Straight Jacket podcast. Saeed, how's your day, bro? Well, I can't.
Yeah, not too bad, man. You know what I mean? I can't lie to you, man. It was strange feeling waking up today, man. And then obviously, I by the way, yesterday, the amount of people that was trying to ring me, City fans, you know what I mean, trying to ring me. I never ever. I put this on do not disturb. Do not disturb mode. I put it on that so that nobody can phone me or talk to me. I went on Instagram and I put not available until further notice, man. That's me. Pathetic derby. I think they were very, very lenient on us. I think they took the foot off the gas. And yeah, man. But other than that, I'm good. Fresh new day. We've let it off on the Straight Jacket podcast, and then we just have to make sure and believe in ourselves that this isn't going to happen again. But in reality, it is going to happen again. I think it will be, because I just don't think these kind of results fade away. We've seen it too many times, man. Just when I thought that 4-0 against Brentford would happen, then I thought, you know what? Okay, this wouldn't happen. And it happened today. But my thing is, Nuruddin, it's the man of Nuruddin. It's the fact that when we lose a goal or lose two, our heads just drop. Why? How do your heads just drop, Nuruddin, and be like, you know what? The game's over, or you know what? Life is hard now, and you know what? It's all right now. And what I don't like as well is, oh man, it gets me so angry, is when they start blaming each other on the pitch and be like, oh, but you pick this man, Nuruddin, and you do this, and you do that. Nuruddin, you take accountability.
Saeed, I've said it. Bunch of fucking cowards. Tom, big up, Tom. I'm glad you're feeling better, bro. I've sent you the link. If you can, jump on. If not, no problem. I say it's simple, Saeed.
Yeah.
They're cowards to me. I can listen. Martinez, Malacia, Ericsson, Anthony. I can't really blame them. Even though, they were disgrace. They were fucking cowards as well. They were a disgrace. But I can't really go too hard on them. The rest of the other six fucking tramps, the other six fucking cowards, they're a bunch of fucking worthless fucking cowards. And you know what, Saeed? Anybody can call me anything. I would hate to be called a coward. Smash somebody.
Yeah.
Smash somebody. You're wearing a captain's armband. Smash somebody. I don't care if you get sent off. I've seen enough derbies. What I'm saying is not a shock to anybody. Manchester United, as any, whether you are on the 9s, on the 11s, on the 12, on the 30, when you wear that badge, you have a duty to give it. Getting beat, there's no shame in that. They've got one of the best strikers in the world. They've got one of the best midfielders.
Yeah, I know. One of
the best young players in the world. Like one of the best young players in this country ever produced. They've got one of the best midfielders in Bernardo Silva and Gundogan. They've got ballers. They can replace them one and the other. They've got ballers. So everybody can see that. They are light years ahead of us, right? As a whole, from top to bottom, as a football club, they're light years ahead of us. But Saeed, there's an equalizer. There's a leveler.
I know there is.
11 against 11 on that fucking football pitch. I'm not asking you to win. I don't mind getting beat. I don't. But give it. Those cowards did everything but give it. They did everything but give it.
You know what the worst thing is?
Man, same Biasi, top of the league. Nuruddin, who's on top of the league? We are challenging City. Saliba will handle Haaland. what do we think of Spurs? Well, yeah, I thought you were brilliant.
Oh,
You
they're
are
Conte.
listen. I say it. I say it. I say it. I keep saying it. I keep saying it. Low block football doesn't. And Arsenal did what they needed to do. To be fair,
Yeah.
And say me, I'll say to you one thing. I've not seen a player's form transform like Shaka's. That is incredible. The turnaround in the last in 3 years.
Yeah.
The turnaround from 3 years ago.
Remember when he threw his shirt already?
Yeah, and everybody booed him and people were swearing at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pick up Say Me, I say. Say Me, I say. I will say this though. Listen, it's not even 10 games yet. So stop. Don't hit me about challenging City. You know what this is? It's not a fucking sprint. It's a marathon. Yeah. It's a massive marathon. So after 30, if you're there after 30, I'll give you the credit. But now I ain't giving you jack. Just know who you are. Know who you support, by the way. You're playing fancy stuff. I'll give credit when credit's due. I'll give credit when credit's due. And before they played you, Spurs played nobody, mate. Nobody.
Yeah, listen, they're doing their thing, innit? I can't lie to you. I can't give any banter. I'll just be there when it all crumbles, innit? You know what I mean? It's always around the corner. I always say that, man. But you know what, though? With United, though, at the minute, like I said, it's just a feeling of what if they tried a little bit more? What if they actually had the nerve to hold the nerve in a Manchester derby? And it's just like they don't hold it, man. And it's like it's almost as if they're playing like they're in the five-a-side already. There's no adaptation to play how you play in a five-a-side to play in 11s, men's football. And it's always men against boys, Nuruddin, every single time. Men against boys. And there's no accountability from anyone. No one's shouldering the blame. No one's saying this and that. It's, you know what? No, he did it. Get a grip, man.
What was it like to be? Did you watch it at home with your siblings?
No, I went away from them, man. I went away from them, bro. I didn't watch it with them, man. Are you crazy, man? My little brother texted me, and I'm not even gonna. I'm gonna show you right what he texted me. He said no, and this is absolutely taking a piss.
Tom, I've sent you the link. Go ahead, Saeed.
He said, "Ha ha ha ha, you're shit." That's what my little brother texted me. Ha ha ha, you're shit, basically. Not even a kind of, that's even like a light banter. He just said you're shit.
And we were, and because of those cowards in it. Putting a coward. To me, my cousin Jamal, I didn't pick up the phone. You know what? When you block the number, you can block a number on my phone. You can block a number for a couple of. I blocked him for 2 weeks. Time out. Time out for him.
You know what? Even
the funniest thing, he's been using other people's numbers, phones to ring me, and I know.
That's why you don't answer anything. After Derby Day, you don't answer anything. I don't answer that phone.
I know it's him. It is. Listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. To me, that's the thing that hurts, because when Bruno is there, like, oh, that's how I play. That's who I am. Okay, Bruno, why don't you smash somebody then? Yeah. Why didn't you smash Akanji when he's coming through the middle, or Aki? Why didn't you smash one of them? But you're too good, like going pointing and doing that with a referee.
It makes sense though why he said Pepe. It makes sense because he's so fragile that he can't put the blame on himself for when he's moaning, so he has to go and get and put it on like a Pepe when he said it makes sense, Nuruddin, and it shows on the pitch. There's a lack of accountability. So you know what? I did wrong. I did this. This is how I am. This is what I do, and I will learn from it. What's happening here now? I think DVB deserves to play some games to show us journalists and MUFC's quality and skills. We want to see Donny on the pitch. I hope he gets some sort of opportunity. Ten Hag has to be really, really brave and do something that I think no manager has done, and take out a McTominay out, take out a Bruno out, take out a player which the club or the club seems to be putting them and wanting them to play. That's what it's going to take, Nuruddin. But it's not going to happen. Donny, for me, has no future at Man United. I just don't think he has, man.
Nah, because you know what? Everybody knew from the day he came in, people were not at him anyway. He never. As Donny van der Beek got 7 games, 4 games. No, he's never got 4 games. So what's the point? Because Ollie didn't want him, and there's certain people in the club that didn't fucking want him. So at the end of the day, that's why he's not getting this. And now he has to move. I said it in the summer. He should have moved. He should have got off in the summer. Get off in the fucking summer. Why are you handing around? So me as a player, you take control.
He must have thought Ten Hag though. He must have thought of, you know what, Ten Hag might give me a chance.
Listen, I don't leave it to anybody. Me, I'm not leaving it to anybody.
But would you not though? Your former manager, your former guy who backs you.
At the end of the day, obviously, from the sound of it, it looks like he's had injury problems, right? No. From the sound of it, it looks like he's had injury problems, but it is what it is. If Donny continues out,
by the way, Nuri, do you agree with the Paul Scholes comments today? What he said on Instagram or whatnot? Like, this is why I used to have with Beckham and Giggs and running. I think the game has changed. I think it was one of them comments that I get it, but it's not going to happen in this day and age.
Listen, in a derby, you have to run. You have to have players, the ones who have got the age and the energy, they have to be there with you. They have to be there. You can't. Saeed, Paul Scholes has played since he was 38. People forget that. He came out of retirement. He needed legs around him. Hargreaves was the perfect. Remember, as soon as Hargreaves got injured, and it's not the same anymore, Paul Scholes declines. Why? Because he had legs around him. He had Michael Carrick covering his back, and he had Hargreaves in and around him.
But do you think that was the issue?
Listen to me. He had Tevez, Ronaldo, and Tevez, Rooney. Workhorses.
Workhorse. I know. Even Park Ji-sung as well, covering. My situation, though, is that I get it. I understand that Sancho and Antony should have tracked back, but I also think the midfield was exposed as well. Bruno.
Saeed, just have a look for us exactly what he said, because we want to break it down. What did Scholes say?
I think Killis has put a couple of quotes on there, but he put a picture up on Instagram saying, "Remember when we used to have midfielders or wingers that used to track back?" Basically, that's what he said.
Of course.
Look, he said this. Look, anyone remember?
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah. Yeah,
I remember when wingers used to track their fullbacks.
Of course, Saeed. Giggs was famous for that. Beckham, regardless what anybody says about Beckham, you could never say, I have never. That's what I'm saying to Saeed. We've been beaten, Saeed. I'm telling you. I see that. What was it? 6-3 we get smashed by Southampton. Was it 6-3?
6-3. But I didn't watch that in 96, you mean?
Yeah, Saeed. Giggs and Beckham working, players on that pitch worked hard. No United fan could be angry. We got beat 6-1 at Old Trafford by City. Goal came in the 89th minute. A goal came in the 90-something minute and the 90-something minute. We were going attack at Old Trafford singing. We clapped that team off the pitch. Let me just get this super chat. Richarlison is the Brazilian Rashford. Okay, funny. But yeah, he got racial abuse. It's horrible when he played for Tunisia. And shame on those Tunisians. You're Africans. And you're throwing bananas.
I know. It don't make sense.
Player. Yeah. To me, it just shows you how anti-black racism is all over the world.
Oh yeah, by the way, I want to solidarity with the people of Indonesia as well.
Oh, sorry, we should have said that in the street.
I should have said it on the podcast. I know.
Yeah.
I just
but you know what? Obviously, the derby, innit? Because it's relative. Yeah, I put a tweet out there, innit? From everything it seems, the police went a bit too giddy and started doing tear gases too early to dispel the fans. Of course, there's an element of hooliganism, but nobody deserves to die going to a football game. Last count, Saeed, it was 174 deaths. Has it gone up?
I think it's gone up even more. Faz told me about it yesterday. I didn't even know about it, man. But I got told it was I thought it was the stadium that crushed down on them. That's what
it was because of the stampede and the police riot and all that. And then people were crushed. So solidarity and love. Nobody should ever leave their house, go into a football game and never return.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Absolutely.
Nobody.
Mr. Super Chat doing it as well.
Nura Beats, football analysis. Big up, bro. Did you see Anthony screaming at Delot? At McTominay to press. He eventually got fed up and gave up pressing himself. I didn't. I was at the first half or the second half because
I was too emotionally detached by then, probably.
Second half, I started to I ran a space.
Yeah, I see it on my screen.
The game was over.
I said, Nuruddin, I said, oh my God, I've got a notification here. Nuruddin started a space. Looks like he's not watching the second half.
What's the point? But seriously, what was the point? How you doing, Tom? How you feeling, Tom? How you feeling?
Evening. Yeah, I'm doing fine, lads. I'm doing fine. I'm doing a lot better now, anyway. But
what have you got? Flu? It's flu season, man. It's flu season.
Man, yeah. I've had this flu honestly for the past 2 weeks. You can't hardly speak. It's like a mini. Anyway, it's like a mini COVID. The only difference is it doesn't kill you off if you get it severe. It's going around a lot. It's going around a lot of people.
Is that why they said they missed this tonight? Today they said our records show that you're eligible for another C19 vaccination this summer. So maybe they. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe they might do. We don't know. That's got obviously government and stuff.
I'll tell you that.
You what, Saeed?
I'm not taking that. I'll tell you that. It did too much damage to me.
Khalees, if you can get it, can you please get hold of the quotes from so I can break it down for people. The quotes from Gary Neville, if you can find it. The quotes from Roy Keane and Paul Scholes.
Oh yeah, by the way, I know that's not saying don't read. Aileen Tenno is no filter with Aileen Tenno. By the way, Nuruddin,
I didn't even get it. That's how upset I am. I just read it and I thought, oh damn! I actually know Rodri as well. He went to school with my cousins.
Yeah. By the way, Rio Ferdinand has come out on this podcast apparently saying that they should have started Ronaldo, and Roy Keane's coming out and saying they should have. They feels like disrespecting Ronaldo. What's his obsession with Ronaldo being at the forefront of what we do when we should have been? He should have been at the forefront.
I'm not going to lie to you. The way those top four, I'll come to Tom's opinion in a minute. The way those top four performed yesterday, I think Ronaldo being on the pitch would not have made. We would have been any worse or better or worse. It would have been exactly the same. I think. So this idea, like that Ronaldo can't press. No, who the fuck was pressing? Can somebody tell me who the fuck was challenging? Did you see Rashford winning a challenge? Sancho winning a challenge? Anthony winning a challenge? Bruno winning a challenge? But nothing. Go ahead, Tom.
What, on the game yesterday?
I get what Nuruddin's saying. I've never been mad for players being sent off in a derby. But when you get sent off like Chicken Royale, it was exactly.
Yeah. Well, this is the problem, though, with these players. And listen, I said we did the preview, and I know it was only on for about 15 minutes because I ended up going to bed afterwards because it was absolutely shocking. But the point that I made on the preview when I first came on was these players 6 to 8 months ago, when they was at the Etihad again, they're completely down tools on another manager. They didn't play for him. Majority, I'd say about 70% of the same players that played that game or that was a part of the squad is still here. Regardless of what people want to say, the only difference is the new players that you have brought in. Yeah, case one, Casemiro. Casemiro was not a Manchester United. He was a Manchester United signing, not an Erik ten Hag signing. Because you cannot tell me if it's Frankie fucking de Jong, he would be sitting on the bench right now next to Cristiano Ronaldo. He wouldn't. He would be ahead of Scott McTominay easily in ahead of Scott McTominay. So he's not, and that's one thing that I want to get down. World-class midfielder, CDM, not even played a game for us yet. In the biggest game of the season, rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. And this isn't on Ten Hag. This is on the club. I don't blame Ten Hag for this performance. He motivates the players. But if players don't want to motivate themselves, what can you do? And then you have people in the background. You have people like, for example, I'm not calling people out, but Harry Maguire, for example, he comes out with quotes all the fucking time now to journalists or agents and stuff. You're the captain of Man United, for God's sake. You've thrown your fucking toys out of the pram. If you don't want to be here, go in fucking January. Terminate it. Seriously. Arsenal did it with fucking Aubameyang. They terminated his contract.
Yeah.
Do the same thing to Harry Maguire. If he doesn't want to be here, do the same thing. If Cristiano Ronaldo, for example, doesn't want to be here because he's going on the back end of his career where nobody wanted him, terminate his contract. Buy him out of the contract and fucking terminate it. Because it's not good enough. And the play, like you say, the players in the squad itself, the attacking players, honestly, like there is. We talk about the defensive players and how they were starting to build something. They were starting to build a bond before we had the interruption with with certain games getting called off and stuff like that, and then the international break. They were starting to bond as a backline. This attack is not bonding at all. It is not bonding. It's not molded at all. There's no pressing lines. Like, oh, right, you press 5, 10 yards. I press 5, 10 yards. All along the line. When you see it with Manchester City, it's triggering. That's what they call it in football, triggering. And what you do is as soon as one player triggers, 2 seconds later, as soon as the ball's moved along, next player along the line goes. Next player along the line goes. It's the same in rugby. Anybody who watches rugby, it's called trigger playing.
Yeah.
And when you try and trigger play in football, you have to be press. You have to go. I'm sorry. Do the hard yards, 5, 10 fucking yards every 5 seconds. Why do you think Liverpool have been so successful in dominating games that they do? Because of the pressing. If Liverpool didn't press, they wouldn't have won a league title in 30 years. They wouldn't have won the Champions League. They wouldn't have won fuck all. Manchester City, Pep Guardiola's main philosophy is 2 things. What? Possession-based football and pressing from the front. Right? They have got the quality players, like we've just said, about the ballers. You could have took that whole Manchester City team before the game, and that's your starting combined 11. That is how much levels they are ahead of us in every fucking department. And it doesn't need to be said. But a big club like Manchester United, like Roy Keane made the points, a big club like Manchester United, you can't go 4-0 down in a derby. I'm sorry, it's not acceptable. It is not acceptable. 4-0 down at half-time. It was bad enough last season with the Liverpool game.
Tom.
That was shocking.
Tom, I wouldn't mind if Roy Keane's on that pitch on my mother's grave, Roy Keane smashing somebody. And then in that time, when he's getting a yellow card, he's telling his players, what the F are you doing? What are we doing, guys? Stick together. I'll say it again and again. I accept getting beat. I was at Old Trafford. I was there, 6-1. City beat us 6-1. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes.
Nuruddin. Remember the game?
Somebody got sent off. And we were 10 men down. 10 men. We were 10 men. We're 10 men, and it's 3-1. And we're going forward, gun home.
Nuruddin, we were getting smashed at Anfield last season.
1 against 2. 2 against 1 at the back, sorry. 2 against 1 at the back, yeah? That's what we're leaving. They scored in the 89th minute, 90th, and 3 goals in the last 5 or 6 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
We were 2-0 down. We were 2-0 up.
Old Trafford and
listen, lads. We were 4-0 down at Anfield, right? I saw fucking, what was his name? Hannibal. He was smashing into players for 5 minutes. Yeah. That's what you call passion. That's what you call actual fight. Last year, we were 4-0 down against Brentford. Comes on, fucking taking people out. If you're not happy with the performance, make something of yourself. Actually show that you've got something there. Why do you think, Luke? Why do you think? No, why do you think Luke Shaw's not had a sniff in this fucking team ever since that Brighton game? You know why? Because Tyrone Malacia showed more fucking desire than him. More desire. And some of these players, I'm sorry, they don't have the desire. They don't have the demand. They can't live up to the demands week in, week out. Rashford.
Week in, week out.
Marcus Rashford is not a week in, week out number 9. He's not. He's not even a temporary number 9. I wouldn't even have him as a caretaker number 9. Because he's not got the physical presence to play the role. Yeah, you can run in the lines, you can run in behind, blah, blah, blah. We've done that against City for the last 4 or 5 years. Do you really think Pep is that stupid to keep playing the high line and letting the attacking players run in behind with all the pace and completely rip them to shit? He's not stupid. Why do you think none of our goals came on the counter-attack? One of them was a penalty. One of them was a fucking lucky going in from Martial. And the Anthony goal was just, something out of nothing.
Yeah, freak of nature, yeah.
Freak of nature. But with the Anthony goal, that is the way that we should be playing. All the way from the goalkeeper, all the way from the back line, all the way forwards. A proper team goal. But Anthony is not a number 9. Anthony shouldn't be having to shoot from outside the box directly into the area. That is the sort of player where you need that number 9 who is going to drift in, just like Erling Haaland does, and Kevin De Bruyne were pulling the strings together, play the ball in behind the back line, bang, you centre forwards in on goal. And did you know how easy it was? How easy it is to play against this back line. And forget about height. I don't ever believe in height in football. It's about quality. If you have quality to play at a big football club, you'll be remembered forever, won't you? As one of the greats to ever play and grace for your football club. But the bare minimum of not even fighting, you don't even look up for it.
That's the saddest thing about it, you know,
That
that we're
is.
talking about that. And it should be a minimum expectation for a fan, you know what I mean? Or even from a player, you know.
Of course it is. I felt sorry for all the people that went there, Saeed. Yeah, you've travelled across from Manchester. People haven't just gone from Manchester to that game. I'll guarantee you now. There'll be some people that have gone from the international ranks. They've come from anywhere, Australia, the States. They've come from absolutely everywhere to go to that game and get absolutely rattled and embarrassed. It's shocking.
Embarrassed. Yeah,
it is shocking.
Yeah, read through the comments, Nuruddin. There's a couple of Roy Keane comments down level, so we can analyze it.
Yeah, so basically, it says Roy Keane said hugely embarrassing as a brilliant at City were. Man FC were desperate, particularly in midfield. They were run over in midfield and but Roy Keane, where's the help from the top four? We defend as a team. The way Ten Hag wants us to play, we defend as a team. We stay tight as a unit. The spaces yesterday. Oh my gosh.
I know.
The spaces yesterday. So I don't know what he's talking about. Ten Hag anyway said on the way we signed with him. On the day we signed him, we started to win. The team was doing well. It's not against Casemiro. It's for Scott. Tonight, I'm sure he will be important for us in the short term, and he will find himself in the team. But it has to come in a natural way. Natural way. Natural way,
man. Flipping hell, man.
Now, this is where I don't disagree. I don't disagree, mate. This is where I fundamentally disagree with Roy Keane. Roy Keane says, I think United are showing disrespect to Ronaldo. You don't hold on to Ronaldo and sit on... But listen, Roy Keane, so why don't you explain it then? Fucking explain it, Roy. Explain the rest. Glazers are holding on to him for commercial reasons. Explain it. Don't just say it. Explain it.
But again...
on the bench, he's one of the greatest players ever. Yes. He knew what he's signing for. He knew who he was getting in bed with. He knew the decline of Man United when he left and when he came back. Don't try to make it out like he was in fucking planet fucking Jupiter or in another fucking universe. Him and his agent knew the plight of Man United and they jumped on the fucking gravy train to get more money as well because nobody was going to give him that fucking wages that we were giving him. So don't give me any of this shit. Give the fucking context, Roy. If you're going to give it, give the fucking context.
Yeah. The idea that he didn't have options is rubbish. He had 4 or 5 options.
He's got the money. Why didn't he buy himself out? Do you think he's short of a couple of few quid? You think he's short? People are obsessed with a pressing side of the game. No, I'm sorry, Roy. In modern football, you have to. In the big games, you have to. Everybody has to defend everybody. You can't carry any passengers.
What is this analysis, though? People have said, but you're supposed to have an intent. What do you mean?
Sorry, Roy. I love you to bits. And I wished you in your prime, even at your later stage, you would have smashed somebody. You would have smashed Haaland and gone on that off the pitch and smashed his dad as well. I know you would have done that. I know you would have done that. But I'm sorry, these comments are lame. Ronaldo is your friend, and now you've got put in a big... He knew what he was coming to. Before you go to a fucking football club, Saeed, you do your homework.
Facts.
You do your homework. And you make it out like his agent don't know who we are. Who are we, Saeed? We're a football club that's been in serious decline, where everybody's been signing for Man United to get paid. Ronaldo came to get paid because no other fuckers in European football are offering him that money. Nobody wants to have these conversations, do they, Saeed?
No. I think for me, you know what it comes down to? I think, again, it's a lack of understanding. Rio as well. Like, why are you trying to put these arguments out there? You know what I mean? And then I see some woman posted online about Martial and that Ronaldo should start. Did you see that comment, by the way, Norton? I don't know if you've seen that that thing about Martial, but she wanted Ronaldo to start just because Ronaldo. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't just start Ronaldo because it's Ronaldo.
Your name, because of your name. He's 37 years old. He's only scored 1 penalty this season. Saeed,
Look, I'm gonna find out 1 second.
my guy, in every game he's played, he's been short. He can't sprint anymore. He can't run. He comes short, wants a couple of touches on the ball, pretends to do a step over, falls over, gets bashed off the ball. What? I agree. Yesterday, it was a disgrace that Rashford and fucking Anthony and Sancho, he would have not done any worse than those dickheads.
Yeah, of course.
He would not have done any worse than those dickheads.
Look here. I'm gonna send you here, Nuruddin, and you can put it up on the screen. I just thought again, don't know what this woman thinks she's talking about. Like, what you trying to say? Like, just put Ronaldo on for no reason. Like, it's a joke, man. It's an absolute joke.
Saeed, just because you have a name, he's 37 years old. I agree. Yesterday, because of the cowards, didn't do anything. The game plan, they all shit their pants. Right? They all shit. Their all asses fall out. They concede 1 goal, their asses fall out.
Yeah.
And they
that's
can't
it.
fucking run and move.
But the thing is, yeah, Tom said it though. You know what I mean? When he talked about the it could have been 2-0 after 5 minutes. It could have been. That's what I'm saying. This scoreline could have been crazy, man. Yeah, this is it from Leanne.
She was a striker, Leanne. I think she's a striker. She played for England, didn't she? She said Martial shouldn't be anywhere near Man United. Imagine thinking Martial's better option than Cristiano off the bench. I don't care what Martial did in the preseason. He doesn't have it like a lot of these United players. They just don't have it. Okay, you can have that. She's a Ronaldo fan. She loves Ronaldo. I understand that. But that's just, you know what, emotion and pure sentiment. That's all that is. Saeed's favourite fucking word, sentiment.
Yeah, sentiment, yeah. I think she carries on to say one more thing at the bottom. I don't know what it is. She said something else at the bottom. I don't know if she's took it off now. But yeah. But that's what I'm saying, man. It's just too much. But that's why I don't like Ronaldo, the way that Ronaldo and the Ronaldo fanboys now are going to start to advocate this idea of it's the one player against the manager. We've gone away from that idea. We've got away from that feeling now where we're trying to shoehorn players in just because it's their favourite.
She said something about she's saying that, yes, I think Flex replied to her and she's saying I take your points, some great points, but a chance. He's been there for 7 years. Yeah, 7 years. Yeah, 7 years of how many managers? How many managers? At the end of the day, I'm not here to defend fucking Martial. I'm never going to defend Martial. I'm not defending any of these cowards. Every one of them is a coward. And just because the way they've been playing and the way they continue to play. When I fucking think they can't get any lower. When I think they can't get any lower, they always find even lower.
Yeah. I said that though, didn't I? I said, you know what I mean? It's, you know what I mean? By the way, ban that AF picks guy, man. Ban that guy, man.
Big up Yusuf Ibrahim. Hand on your heart, how many of current Man United players really deserve to wear the United shirt? When players like McTominay is your number 8 and Rashford leads your line, tells you where we are as a club. Of course it is. Of course it is. Listen, we know in terms of quality, we're not run like a fucking football club, bro. Big up for the super chat. We appreciate it, right? I understand that we're not run like a football club. We're not. And that's the gap between us and the city. But I don't care. I don't care because I'm telling you now, you pick out 10 of those fans that were singing, right? 3,000 of them, get 11 of those, put them on the pitch, they will get hammered 200. In 90 minutes, they'll get hammered by 200 goals. But they'll fucking give it. They will fucking give it. That's what they will do. They will put a challenge in. They will think, you know what? I'll come and help you. You know what? When fucking the two centre halves are literally coming down the middle, they'll think somebody stick something on him.
Somebody stick one on him, yeah. That's all it takes, Jordan.
Yesterday's derby, 188th derby. I want you to guess. I want you, anybody in the chat, to tell me how many fouls Man United made as a away team. Tell me.
Bloody hell, man.
So I'm going to have to ask you, where do you sit with this Ronaldo? This is your favorite word, sentiment. Oh, it's Roy Keane got something. On
Nah, for
yesterday's
me,
game, he might have something because they were shit. They were shit. But Cristiano
you know they know.
Ronaldo is not the Ronaldo of old.
It's not Ronaldo's role.
Me and
But
Saeed watched it last season, and they were saying we were laughing when we came
I
out.
said he was
We
finished.
were laughing.
I said at Watford he looked finished to me, and a lot of people came at me. You see the Nuruddin. You say Ronaldo's finished. I said his overall game looks finished to me. He can't hold up the ball. He can't press. He can't do this. And this is not saying it out of spite, Nuruddin. I'm only saying it is because I care about who Ronaldo is, what Ronaldo is now, and the current state of Man United. That's all it is. I want to see a fluid team.
There you go. Everybody got it right. 9 fouls in a fucking derby game. 9 fouls.
Yeah.
9 fouls in a derby game.
This is it, Nuruddin. And my thing is now, you know what I mean? Everything now is diverted away from the actual performance. It's now solution time now. Oh, bring back Ronaldo. Bring this. Listen, the manager knows what he's doing, and let's concentrate on that one. But for me, it's back to the drawing boards now. We have to regather ourselves. It's a long season, Nuruddin. As much as we're hurting, we have still got to look forward to this October, because this October could make or break United. Honestly,
it's not about me popping a blood vessel. Listen, I'm telling you, no manager can play without emotions.
Yeah,
it's 4 games in the season, 2 against the Scousers, 2 against Man City. Don't fucking experiment. Don't be like, oh, I've got to see where they are. No, take the pricks off the pitch if they're not doing what you've told them to do.
You know what is Nuruddin? Is it a season for experimentation then, or what is this season then for you? Because we're taking a transition.
So, hey, listen to me. I understand he's got to try to get the best out of these players. But when they're cowardly like that, you can't 2-0 down, and we're still doing the same things. And we're 4-0 down in 44 minutes, where it could have been 6 or 7.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing about it.
Gary Neville, it was unforced errors, the anxiety on the ball. That's the biggest thing. Let's talk about that, Saeed. Why is it when Man United players come up against any decent team, they treat the ball like a hot potato? Like you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why I can use the equivalent. You know, something really hot, like a hot rod.
Hot potato, yeah. You don't want to. It's like you're throwing it back to someone. Yeah, you have it. I'll have it. Yeah, it's true. But this is it. And I'm not talking about defenders at the back who are being pressed. It's the midfield, and that's what I'm saying. Midfield.
Also the forwards. Rashford,
I know it was.
How many times did Rashford give the ball away? How many dark alleys did Sancho go in? How many times did Bruno try to hit some fucking... What is he doing? I swear to God, at times when you look at Bruno Fernandes, you look at him and think,
done, man.
Does this guy ever play football? Does this guy ever play football?
I don't know. I'm on thin ice with Bruno. Honestly, man. I've been on the kind of periphery of Bruno Fernandes. I said it to you last year, Nuruddin. What game was it against Liverpool when we did that the straight jacket podcast after the game? Remember that Liverpool game we lost 4-0? I said to you, I don't know what Bruno is anymore.
Facts. You called it.
I don't know.
You called it. You called it
I
about
don't know what
Ronaldo.
it is.
You called it about Ronaldo. Listen, Cristiano Ronaldo, when he came as an 18-year-old, what he did at this football club. But I'm telling you, as soon as he got world class, he wanted to get the fuck out of there. He wanted to get out of there, and he came out with words, I'm a slave. It was his fucking words, right?
Yeah.
He's gone, and then he thinks, where? He looks at his agent. Who the fuck are the mums in world football? Who are the fucking biggest fraudsters in world football? The Glazers and those fucking bankers. Let's go and get paid on the last days of your fucking career. But you know what? It's backfailed spectacularly. It's fucking backfailed, and you had the chance in the summer to buy yourself out of that track out. So I'm not here for that. I'm not hearing any of that.
It's true. But you know what gets me though? It's the fact that, you know, this guy has had chances to leave the football club. He could have bought his contract out. Now he's humbled himself and realised, oh, well, I've got nobody's where he wants me. And then we're hearing all these leaks again coming out now. But just going back to the Bruno one, I want to ask you, Nuruddin, if Bruno Fernandes is a luxury player, does Ten Hag needs to understand that I don't really need him for what I need to do? Do you understand that? Does he need Bruno Fernandes to do what he needs to do? Because I don't think he does.
At the end of the day, he
I'm
gives
being
it.
honest with you.
Leader, listen, he's having his armband. Did you smack anybody, Bruno?
Yeah.
Did you get a challenging? Did you even get a yellow card? Did you
Mm.
try? Fuck all did you try? You tried nothing. Every one of them cowards.
Mm.
And you know what? From now on, I refer to them as cowards. I'm telling you now, any United fans out there, any one of you, the day that you start accepting humiliation of not just a score, 4-0 in 44 minutes, then we're done out here. You know, you shouldn't support this fucking football club.
Yep.
The game was done in fucking 44 minutes. I ran a space at it.
I know.
And I put on the top of the, what game are you fucking watching? The game's done. Pep Guardiola bought on 5 players to take it easy on us. And everybody's telling me, oh, but Martial scored. Fuck fucking Martial. Fuck every one of those pricks. Fuck them.
Mm.
Game's done already. And
Facts.
I'm saying to Eric Ten Hag, a bit of advice, Eric. I don't have the coaching qualifications. I don't have your knowledge. I'm not in a way prestige position as being the Man United manager. But you know what? I'm a fucking long life fan. I know what a derby means. I know what a fucking derby means. Do everything in your fucking power to stop the fucking flow of the attacks. You do everything after 2-0.
Yeah, it's true.
And people are like, oh, you're overreacting. You're on the fucking wrong channel, mate. Overreacting.
Yeah, quite remember. Yeah, and like I said, for me, it's how we react now from this. How we react from this defeat. Because Everton's not going to be an easy game, Norden. Everton's a tough game, man. And then you got Newcastle, who are flying at the minute. Tottenham at home. I think we've got Chelsea away. That's 2 big victories. Two big games that, you know. I want to see what they're made of, you know. As much as we don't want to see them lose, we want to see a reaction. We want to see what they're made of.
Saeed, I don't mind losing. 3 outcomes in a football game. Win, lose, or draw. I don't mind it. Just fucking give it. Give me something to cheer. Give me something. I don't care if you're getting yellow and red cards all over the place. Give me something.
But the thing is, though, I don't think these guys can give you that, man. I'll be honest with you, man.
Well, get the fuck out of this football club then, you fucking frauds.
But they won't. I'll be honest. I think you're disappointing yourself. I generally think if they're 1-0 down, 2-0 down, if they're 2-0 down, it's difficult, man. It's a long road ahead.
I can't understand.
What's last time we came back from 2-0 down? I'm trying to remember.
It was the
2-0 down.
It was the lockdown season, wasn't it?
That's what I'm saying to you. Lockdown season. Let us know in the chat. United, have they come back from 2-0 down to win the game? Let us know when the last time United did that.
I can't individualize it. I cannot really individualize it. 11 professional footballers went on the pitch yesterday, and it was men against boys.
Atalanta, Champions League.
It was men against fucking boys.
Pogba,
Men against boys. That's what it was yesterday. Eric Ten Hag told Manu Sabud not to give any new contracts until he's determined who this. You see, Saeed talked about it. Saeed, can you explain to them what this is? Where does this come from?
This comes from the basically United after the game. They've come out now and I don't know if they've briefed. I can't lie to you. I think the briefing has come from United. It'll be Neil Ashton.
Classic Neil Ashton.
Just to make people feel that, you know, United now, after this performance, are just going to give contracts. When last week, it was reported that United are ready to offer Dalot a new contract. But all of a sudden now...
Shaw a new contract. Shaw a new contract. Rashford a new contract. Fred a new contract.
Mm.
Yeah. So
and they're on the last seasons as well.
Classic Neil Ashton, this. Neil Ashton knows he's got a vault in it with files. Any bad defeat, get this story out. They think we're thick. I know how these bastards work. I've been watching and studying them for fucking 10 years, 9 years. I know how these bastards work. They put this part on purpose to go, oh, not like that. They've got to perform better. Wait, guys, we can't talk about Trump until we get a couple of points and perform better.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, it's simple. I always said, any manager that comes in, you've got to give us something to get behind. Give me something to get behind.
That's all it is.
Give me something to get behind.
And I said it to Steve.
Me, I know you're working with cowardly players, Ten Hag. I understand that. I understand. I honestly, I understand. I would get physical with these players. You know me.
Yeah.
I would put hands on them.
What's the bit, Nordin,
I would
that you
put
ever
hands
see
on
any
them.
of these players outside? Like,
I would. Are you kidding me? I spit in their faces, and I'm not like that. You know I'm not like that. But I tell them straight away, you're a fucking coward. And you know what? You're stealing a living. You're stealing a fucking living. Derby means every fucking thing. Because the derby is supposed to be a fucking leveler. Getting beat, no fucking shame. Give it. I clap you off like we did 6-1 at Old Trafford, Saeed. We clapped them off. We sang that team off the pitch. Because they gave it.
Yeah. You got super chat now again. I don't feel like the Pep's played United that many times now that he has an answer for every game plan. United will play. He's learnt from United wins versus City. But I don't think the problem is though we didn't try. So I don't think he has learned, you know what I mean? We haven't even involved ourselves in it.
Shamani, listen, Shamani, big up, bro. Thanks for the super chat. I say, it could be a woman. I don't know, because I've heard a woman's name to be Shamani as well. I'll say it simple. I'm not going to lie to you. I will not be getting worked up. I will not be fucking going berserk or reacting like this. If they played well, I'll be coming on here. Saeed will be the one that's screaming at me. Going, you still got beat, their shit. And I'll be like, Saeed, but they tried, they gave it. You can tell. Yeah. You know one thing you can't ever do is con football fans. You can't. One thing globally, the whole world of football fans, you can never con them. You do it behind what's going on in the club, in the structure, behind closed doors. You can do that. But you know one way where you can't con them? It's on the fucking football pitch. You can't con a fucking football fan. You can't con them with your performance. You can't do it.
It's true.
You can't.
It's true, man. You're right. Honestly, you can't. And on the football pitch, you get found out, Nuruddin. That's the biggest indictment.
It's the only place that tells you everything that's going on with your football club, your owners, your supporters, your structure, everybody, your physio department,
everyone,
department, your coaches, everybody gets exposed on that football pitch. Everybody.
You can't cheat football, from Aaron used to say that as well.
You can't. He played decent level. Big up Aaron, by the way.
Yeah. You can't cheat football, man. These guys, man. They don't understand it. They don't understand, man. But this is the thing, though. But you know what is doing? You have to have these until these Man United fans compete in every single game. There's going to be the lack of trust from the fans. They've got to compete in every single game. And by the way, we've got 4 centre backs now, Nurin. 4. We only have 2 fit centre backs available now. This is very, very peak. Lindelof, who's coming back into this team after having been out for how long? And we've got Lisandro Martinez. It's another dimension now that we've got to carry. I've always been, for me, I don't trust Lindelof. I've always been that guy who's never trusted Lindelof. And everyone's come at me saying, but he's good and I've never trusted him. Since he's been at the football club, Nuruddin, I've never trusted him. So if we have him for the next 2 or 3 games, boy.
He is. Apparently they're saying that Varane's injury is not as bad. It's just a sprained
ankle.
It's
still 2 or 3 weeks. Apparently it's still 2-3 weeks, apparently.
Yo, big up, man. Big up. Listen, I know that. Listen, that's what I'm talking about, brother. The Leonson. And that's what I'm talking about. You can't cheat football fans. You can never cheat us. You can't. Yeah. You can't pull one over. We can see it.
Yeah. You missed a couple of super chats now, dude.
Sorry. Big up, people. Big up, Stephen. Opinion on Donny van der Beek when fit. Can he be the solution? to Bruno since he's more composed on the ball. We have to give him a fucking chance. We have to. To me, he has to get 4 or 5 games in a row. 4 or 5 games in a row. Or to me, 7 is the perfect amount of games to Donny van der Beek. 7 games in a row, starting game after game. Then we can all judge him and go, right, Donny, unfortunately, you're not good enough. See you later.
But you know the thing is, Norton?
No fucking United fan can ever tell you whether it's good enough or not because we've not seen it. Everybody can chat shit, but we haven't seen it.
But yeah, go on, read the next one. Yeah, then I'll tell you.
Big on Papi. The Glazers are the worst thing ever happened to us. Ever happened to this club. It makes me sick how they have allowed our rivals to surpass us, and they don't care. They hire banking clowns to run the. Listen, brother, Papi, but Saeed, me and Saeed talk about it. We talk about the apathy. It's like, honestly, it's like some of the fans are like Superman. The Glazers bring kryptonite. Just dust it all around Old Trafford. They put it out into the air. Next minute, everyone's like, "Oh, I want to watch the game." Empty the fucking stadium. You want?
I did it though, Nuruddin. But nobody did it though. I said it though, but nobody did it for me. I tried it. I tried the movement, but again, it's a difficult one, man. There's a lot of apathy in the stadium, man. I don't think people want to do it. You know what I mean? Yesterday, the walkout. You know what I mean? The away game. It should have been a mass walkout if you're gonna do it. I don't know, man. Going back to the point with Donny, I think it's if there's ever going to be a time to do it, though, Nuruddin, it's Ten Hag. It's the guy who gave him a career.
Saeed, it don't matter though. Ten Hag is not at Ajax.
That's what I'm saying to you. No. It's about control, Nuruddin. Has he got the control to do it? Is there people above him saying no? We've got stocks in Bruno. Bruno, this, that. Bruno, we've given him
the future captain. McTominay is the future captain.
There you go, Nuruddin. There you go. You hit the nail on the head there. This is it.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know. But what I'm saying to you is, I don't care if it was Ollie, if it was Rania, or Eric Ten Hag, unless you give him 6 to 7 games to see if he's got it, the kid has got to go. You've got to. Saeed, it's tragic. You
can't allow him to leave in January, by the way. We can't allow him to leave.
We have to let him leave. We have to.
No, but if we're not going to buy anyone, we can't let him go.
Saeed, Kobe, listen, I don't care. I'm not. You know what? Wallahi, yesterday. You know who I was thinking about?
Zidane Iqbal.
Zidane Iqbal, Charlie Savage, and Kobe.
Kobe Bino.
I swear on my mother's grave, they would have smashed people. They would not be running around, walking around that fucking football pitch. I say it with my fucking chest. They would have smashed people.
Especially Zidane Iqbal would have been, I think he would have been press resistant in that game. You know what I mean? But again, that's how far we're kind of talking here now, because we're talking about the youth players helping the first team players who should be performing. You know what I mean? What's going on with Garnacho, Nuruddin? What's happening with Garnacho? Why is he not even on the bench? We need a little option on the left-hand side. Bit of life. You know how Januzaj, we need a Januzaj. We need a guy who is fearless. I think Garnacho would be that person. What's going on with Garnacho? Let us know in the comments, man.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what? I would have bought him on yesterday. I would have bought him on. At least I would have bought him on. And some people go, "Oh, you throwing a kid into?" I don't give a fuck. You know what? This is sometimes it's the making. Certain thing, a young player comes on, like Magbury came on against Liverpool, smashed somebody. At least you'll wake the fucking other cowards up, Saeed. Something incident in a game like that would wake the cowards up to let them know this is a football game. You're not fucking sleeping. You're not sleeping. You're not in bed.
Guardiola
Jacuzzis in your fucking $1 million fucking apartments and houses. You're at a fucking football game. That means a lot to the fans.
Nuruddin, remember Phil Foden, man? Guardiola said he got him at 16. You know, why are we not doing this? This is the problem as well, man.
So yesterday, Palestri got into it. Unless Garnacho's playing up. So this who's on the bench yesterday. Our bench was Heaton, Lindelof, Shaw, Casemiro, Fred, Palestri, Elanga, Ronaldo, Martial.
So he has to leave out one person. He has to leave out one forward. This is the problem.
And instead of him, he must have played the day before for the youth. Was there a game?
I don't think it was.
Friday.
It could have been, but the thing is, Nuruddin, it's either one of Ilang or Palestri. Palestri should have been out on loan. That's the one that should have went to loan. What was the point in keeping Palestri this season?
He got injured, didn't he? He got injured, to be fair. He was injured.
Oh, yeah. After the game for Atletico Madrid.
Yeah, he got injured.
Again, what was that signing all about? Amad Diallo apparently is hardly playing for Sunderland.
But Saeed, listen, you bring him on. I swear to God, Palestri would have got in amongst it. He would have gave something. He would have gave. Any of those young players would have done something in the game. They would have got in somebody's face. I'm telling you.
This football.
Listen, at the end of the day,
if we don't kill
somebody
you.
like me, I'm not apathetic. I want the Glazers gone more than anything in my life. Anything I've never wanted and I've prayed for and I wish for is those vultures to get the fuck out of this football club. But they're not going to do it. We're going to have to fight for it. A majority of our fan base, especially the ones based in Manchester, are too fucking-thetic. At the end of the day, class comes into it. There are super middle class people who go to Man United because football became sexy in the 90s with the Premier League. Right? And hardcore fans were not allowed to go because, it's not. What put them off that is seating. Seating put them off. Football in this country was standing. Everybody stood, right? For safety reasons, because of Hillsborough and everything else, football changed. It became a sexy thing, a sexy kind of trend to go jump on the back of, and you couldn't get any more sexier than Man United. Right? So, some of our fans, when I was stood outside, Saeed saw me, I was handing out glazers out. Every 5, one person was taking it. Yeah. And I went all around the stadium doing that. Remember, Saeed?
Yeah, I know.
Against Brentford.
I know.
After the lockdown, after everybody went to football, where was I, Saeed?
Yeah. Outside. But you know, Nuruddin, if Johnny continues about the team, January move away. Yeah, 100%. But I still think we got to buy him January, man. We need a striker.
Saeed, they've already put it out.
I know.
They've already put it out.
Yeah.
Saeed, they've rinsed it. January is what? Dividends fucking month, mate.
Dividends, yeah.
Unless there's loads of injuries.
But you know what's crazy about it, Nuruddin? They say they're not going to spend January, but then they spend the whole of summer faffing around and then overspending in the summer, and then they find a reason not to spend in January again. That's Glazers for you, right there. You know that.
This is interesting, Saeed. Read this for me, please.
Inside claimed MUFC had been bitten by carrying people in the past, and that a desire for hungrier, more motivated players, coupled with the importance of keeping wages bill in check. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe in this, honestly, this PR anymore, man. It's honestly.
This is So when the guy was telling you that, who was in charge for that month, for about 3-4 months, guy called Ralph Ranić kept coming out and telling you, people were like, we don't know fuck all.
Open heart surgery. Remember, Nuruddin? And they call him a madman.
Listen, there's been over 250 of you in here at one point. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. At the end of the day, if you don't want Raw, Derby means Fox. There's 4 games in the season. 2 games against those blue cunts. 2 against the fucking Scouse cunts. That's how it is.
Yeah,
that's how
simple.
it is.
Simple. Performing.
There, getting beat, no problem. Absolutely no problem. Getting smashed, no problem. But as long as you give it, and you can't cheat these fucking eyes. You can't cheat them. I've got fucking proper glasses now. You can't cheat me, mate. You can't cheat me. You cannot fucking cheat me. No. You cannot cheat me. You can't cheat any. You can't cheat any proper serious Man United fan. You can't cheat them. You can't. You can't con us. You can't con football fans. Yeah. We're there. We back you. We'll support you. We lose or draw, but give it.
Blazers out. Yeah.
If you're wearing a badge, it has to mean something. People go, that's a cliche. No. That's why you have a badge. on your, where do you have it, Saeed? On the left-hand side. On your heart.
Yeah.
Have heart. Have courage. Have determination. Give it. Get sent off. So what? And I have never, Saeed, never blamed any player who got sent off in a derby game.
I know.
Listen, man, Saeed, listen.
No, listen, man. You've had 2 therapists today.
One thing is guaranteed. One thing is guaranteed before you go, Saeed. I'm gonna ask you this last question. We know that Everton are gonna give it because you know they're fans. You know Everton fans.
Yeah. I
You
know.
can't cheat them. You can't fucking cheat them.
I've been there, man.
You can't cheat them. We've been there. The Gladys end, the Gladys end, right?
Remember, you was there.
Yeah. Listen, you can't cheat them. I went to university in Liverpool, right? You can't cheat the Everton fans. They won't allow it, Saeed.
Yeah.
They won't allow it. They won't fucking allow it, right? They do not allow it. So one thing's guaranteed, they're gonna give it. What coward are the cowards gonna turn up next week, next Sunday? 7 o'clock, by the way. Weird time.
Weird time, man, Nordin. I might even come to yours, man, Nordin, and do the watch along.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy.
Crazy, man. But there we go. There we go, man. But we just have to look forward to that game. As much as it's painful, Nuruddin, we have to look forward to that game. It's as simple as that.
We're back in the Mickey Mouse Cup, innit? We're back in the Mickey Mouse Cup. And now they're rubbing their hands in it. What are they called? Anya. The Cypriot team. They're rubbing their fucking hands.
I'm only, apparently it's Neil Lennon's team as well. And Neil Lennon is a Celtic guy. He used to hate United. So
who?
He manages them. The Celtic manager, Neil Lennon.
You know what? Do you know that I met Neil Lennon and I chatted to him? Like, he used to come into O'Shea's when I used to work at O'Shea's.
Oh, okay.
He's a really nice guy, you know. Like, guy.
Okay.
Yeah, here's a bit of trivia for you guys. I asked him, innit? I said, were you the better player to make it out? He goes, he stopped me. He goes to me. He goes, I'm not drunk. I've only had 1 pint of Guinness. he said, the boys that I grew up with, the boys that I played with, he said, there were so many of them that were so talented. I just wanted it more. And my mum and dad were just there for me, enable me to go, take me to training, to do everything they could to help support me to become a professional. He goes, I was the least talented out of all my friends I played football with.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
You can have all the talent you want. If you're not willing to work hard work beats talent any day.
When talent doesn't work hard enough. Yeah.
And at the moment, we've got cowards, guys. Breaking news to all Man United fans, to the therapy army. We've got nothing but a 2-bit bunch of effing cowards who put on a shirt. Embarrassing. I'm telling you now, under 23 would have got smashed yesterday. Under 18 would have got smashed. But I guarantee, Saeed, they would have put it about a bit. You on a Super 6 tonight?
Yeah, Big 6.
What time?
10 o'clock.
Right.
Like I said, I'm not arsed anyway, man. I just get through it, man. I've been through too many of these anyway.
That's a piss take, isn't it? 44.
No, it's not right. That's not right.
That's taking the piss. But it's all good, people. It's all good. It's all good. But anyway.
Let me see. No, it's 105 likes. 105 likes.
Yo, big up everybody. Love and light. Saeed, think people can catch you at 10 o'clock where? Big 6.
Big 6, yeah. Big 6.
Tomorrow, what are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow I've got a show, Best of the Rest, Premsy, a couple of other guys. So we're talking about that. But yeah, like I said, just keep your heads up and we'll see what happens.
I'm like I said, I've never cycled so fast. I'm getting beeped at. Like I
everywhere.
Said, everywhere. No,
mate, I went for a walk last night and there was a guy outside, security guy. He was like, I was thinking, I had my hood up like this and everything, and he clocked me, and I was like, what? How? But yeah,
that's how it is, isn't it? It's painful when you live in Manchester. Those of you who don't know, it's painful. I don't mind getting beat. I promise you. I'm not accepting. I will never accept getting humiliated. Remember that. Never accept getting humiliated. Never. Good night, people. Win, lose, draw, glazers out, anchors out. Please subscribe to the channel. You get raw. You don't get clickbaited here. We give it to you raw, ready. And if you're not reactionary, if you're not emotional, then you're not a proper football fan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're no, actually, you might be a proper football, but you're a different kind of football fan to me.
Facts.
Nah, it's simple, innit? It's simple. It's love. So message here for you. Saturday in Wayne Rooney, 15-year-old, put on Arsenal in the split day when he debuted against Everton. You can't. That's exactly.
Let's never play, man. That's why I never hated on Rooney, man. He gave it every time.
No, I'm not. Honestly, you know what? In real life, I'm a peaceful person. I can't have players, so-called professionals, pull one over my eye and do it to the fan base. We live in the city, mate. Derby means everything. It means every fucking thing. Even when we were on top, when the roles were reversed and we were the biggest club in world football, right? They would give us a fucking game. They would give us a game. Yeah. I'm not accepting. I will never fucking accept 4-0, 44 minutes in a derby humiliation. Never. Nada. And if I saw any of those cowards on my mother's grave, I'm telling them to their faces. I'm telling them to their faces. Forget about asking for an autograph photo. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Bunch of cowards. Win, lose, draw. Without the fucking vultures, we're never going to go back to being a football club. Glazers out. Bankers fucking out. Saeed, love, brother. Peace.
Love anytime, man. Big up everybody, man. And we'll catch you next.